Rubaiyat wisdom spill like rain through the cracks of joy and pain. Dance with time, a fleeting flame. We're all echoes, none the same.
I sometimes think that never blows so red.
The rose is where some buried Caesar bled.
That every hyacinth the garden wears
Dropped in its lap from some once lovely head.
In spring disclose some songs of life composed. Now lie repose, thy face does beauty's music decompose.
Our sun's Venus brows were honored to brush. That future's wand will rearrange, recomposed.
The garden hums in whispers low, each petal soft, each bloom aglow. A hyacinth bends its secret shed, once cradled by a lovely head.
Oh, hyacinth streams in twilight's gleam, you hold the echoes of what has been. Oh, hyacinth dreams, so fragile, so fair, you bloom in silence, you vanish in air. This tender green, it whispers low by rivers where the soft winds go. Its song is quiet, yet it calls through velvet shadows where it falls. Oh, this tender green, this tender green, where the world slows down, where it leans, it wraps the soul, it bends the air. This tender green, it's everywhere. Wilts but leaves its scent behind in the garden of thoughts. What do we find? Is love the bloom or the thorny grasp? Does it fade or forever last? The cello cries, the violin weeps. Through the layers the melody seeps, the heart it breaks, the soul ascends. This moment folds but never ends. Oh,
wisdom spill like rain through the cracks of joy and pain. Every tile on the palace ledge whispers secrets it can't allege. A vizier's hand, a sultan's pride, stories buried where shadows bide. Rubaiyat of broken dreams, when nothing's ever what it seems. Crescendo climbs, the heart descends, a tale that bends but never ends.
Golden spires and a fleeting glance, fingers trace the threads of chance. Blood and ink on a parchment torn, legends rise while truths are sworn.
A sultan's crown, a fleeting spark, a vizier's schemes, a world turned dark. Violin weeps, the cello moans, lost in halls of silent stones. With time, a fleeting flame, we're all echoes, none the same. In melodies, the silence keeps. Time spins, a wheel of fire and frost.
Make the most of what we yet may spend, before we too into the dust descend.
Dust into dust, and under dust to lie, sans wine, sans song, sans singer and sans onde.
What would be the price of a moment's breath, purchased from death's hand at the final hour?
All the world's wealth cannot extend the power that drains the cup and withers the flower.
Drink wine, it is thy life-saver on stormal sea. Let the sorrows drown in your continued spree.
There be friends, lovers, and flowers to share, parentheses within eternity.
Time and stardust made us Earth's living guest, while quick death sifted the rest from the best.
Those three, our birthright, form our epitaph. R.I.P. Time expired, death came, dust is left.
Make the most of what we yet may spend.
Before we too into the dust descend, dust into dust and under dust to lie. Sun's wine, sun's song, sun's singer and sun's end.
What would be the price of a moment's breath, purchased from death's hand at the final hour?
All the world's wealth cannot extend the power that drains the cup and withers the flower.
Drink wine, 'tis thy lifesaver on storm sea. the sorrows drown in your continued spree.
There be friends, lovers, and flowers to share.
Parentheses within eternity.
Time and stardust made us Earth's living guest, while quick death sifted the rest from the best.
Those three are birthright, form our epitaph.
R.I.P. Time expired, death came. Dust
Is
every turn a moment lost. Drums like a heartbeat, steady, slow, carving paths where rivers flow.
a whisper, eternal whisper, in the dark where the soul shivers. A song of love, a cry of pain. Echoes linger, soft
Let strings ascend, a final plea. The cello bows to destiny. The violence soars, the stars ignite. Eternal whisper. Alike for those who for today prepare, and those that after some tomorrow stare, a musing from the tower of darkness cries, fools, your reward is neither here nor there.
Some look for truth in creeds and forms and rules. Some grope for doubts or dogmas in the schools. But from behind the veil, a voice proclaims, your road lies neither here nor there. Oh, fools!
Let not the certainty of the present be held mortgage for the deed of futurity. For tomorrow's just a gleam from afar, and yesterday's but a cold ash of not quite sober, blessed, nor drunk to excess. Never too foolish, nor very reckless. Our life's passion is so reasonable in this delicate state of awareness. Classicist, drawn toward dull perfection. Romanticists drown in feelings of affection. Worse, others alternate between extremes. It's not this nor that, but of joint direction.
If fortune leads you to her masquerade, beware of the sweet deserts therein lie. For once
But the spirit demands expression, not confinement.
The law is absolute. Your interpretations are sentimental.
Some drown in feelings affection. Others drone toward dull perfection.
Where is the true path?
Rigid rules, empty creeds,
Endless questions, no answers.
My road is neither here nor there.
But where is the certainty, Ustad? How can I know the absolute truth? Perhaps the truth is not meant to be caged in a book, my son.
You search for a distant reward, but tomorrow is just a gleam.
And yesterday is a cold ash.
Do not be drunk to excess, nor foolish nor reckless.
A delicate state of awareness, not this nor that, but joined.
Do you see it now, Hassan? The perfection in a single moment.
I chased eternity, but ignored the present.
Fortune leads you to her masquerade, lured by a sandy mirage. Envenomed, you can't thwart the blade.
My reward is neither here nor there.
But the celestial spheres must align according to these calculations. Otherwise, the entire premise of the conjunction is flawed.
But the first cause must have a reason.
The reason is God's will, beyond us.
It is merely a chain of physical events.
A shadow calls where the silence grows. The tower hums what no one knows. A voice that cracks the midnight air. Fools, it cries, your reward's not there. Not here, not there, the voice declares. Not in the light, not in despair. A melody sharp, a truth laid bare. Fools, it cries, your reward's nowhere. The cello moans as the stars dissolve. A riddle spun but never solved. The violins weep, they twist, they climb through endless night and fractured time. Who waits, who watches, who dares to see the unseen thread that binds the sea? A prayer that bends, a vow that breaks. Fools, it cries, it's all mistakes. Not here, not there, the voice declares. Not in the light, not in despair. A melody sharp, a truth laid bare.
fools it cries, your reward's nowhere. The strings rise high, then fall apart, a hymn that pierces every heart. The tower fades, but still it sings, fools it cries, of forgotten things.
Oh, come with old Khayyam and leave the wise to talk. One thing is certain, that life flies.
One thing is certain, and the rest is lies. The flower that once has blown forever dies.
We pick some dandelions ripe enough
To have gone from gold to just so much fluff, reminding us when soft blown with a puff that time will spread us to amid the Sweet is the breath of spring to Rose's face,
and thy sweet face adds charm to this fair place.
Today is sweet, but yesterday is sad, and sad all mention of its parted
In the heart of an ancient land, beneath endless star-dusted skies, two souls pondered the mysteries of existence. Young Cyrus, ever a seeker, and the luminous Layla, his kindred spirit. found solace not in answers, but in the eloquent questions whispered by the wind and mirrored in the ruby depths of wine. Each sip was a deeper dive into the vast unknown, an attempt to silence the clamor of the unanswerable, to embrace the beautiful audacity of being. They sat amidst silken cushions, surrounded by the echoes of bygone empires, the fragile beauty of life flowing through them like the rich wine in their cups. They wandered then, from silken chambers to the stark, profound beauty of the desert, where the earth herself seemed to breathe with ancient wisdom. Layla, with eyes reflecting the distant cosmos, felt the immense pulse of creation. The very air was thick with unspoken truths. The mountains silent witnesses to millennia of fleeting beauty. In the vastness, their individual splendors felt both infinite and ephemeral, a vibrant thread in the universe's grand tapestry, its ultimate meaning perpetually just beyond grasp. Yet, meaning sought to fiercely combine the soul. There came a moment of joyous surrender, a realization that life's purest current flows when unburdened by rigid purpose. With laughter that chased worries like dust motes in the sun, Cyrus embraced the intoxicating present. They feasted, they danced, their spirits intertwined like tendrils around an ancient vine. The wine, not an escape, but a conduit to pure being, liberated them to simply exist, to be carried by the spontaneous current of the now, unconcerned with origin or destination. But even in revelry, the whisper of time's inexorable turning could be heard. The mind, an intricate weaver, often spins futures from the threads of past anxieties. Layla, ever perceptive, understood the illusion of tomorrow's troubles, for the past, imperfect as it might be, was but a memory, and the future an unwritten dream. Only the now held true power, an eternal present where life unfurled ceaselessly, always offering a new beginning with each fleeting moment. The ancient wheel, a cosmic potter, shaped only the present.
They knew with the wisdom of the ages reflected in their eyes that life's tapestry is woven not just with iridescent joys, but also with the somber hues of pain.
Cyrus, having navigated both, understood the ebb and flow, the inherent duality. Laughter, though profound, was as transient as tears. Every peak had its valley, every sunrise its inevitable twilight. But acknowledging this impermanence was not despair, it was liberation. For when all passes, the truest embrace is of the moment, the acceptance that the grand theater of life is but a fleeting play.
As the sun dipped, painting the desert in fiery hues, and ominous wind, the simoom, stirred the sand.
It was time for retreat, not surrender, but a wise turning inward, a a seeking of warmth and solace in the face of inevitable and external forces. Within the soft glow of the lamp, shielded from the desert's harsh breath, they found refuge, a simple tent, a sanctuary of shared presence. The world outside could rage, but here there was peace, a shared exhale, knowing that the night's embrace was merely a pause. Soon, the new dawn would call them back to the world, refreshed and ready to resume the grand, glorious, unpredictable journey.
Oh, come with old Khayyam and leave the wise to talk. One thing is certain, that life flies.
One thing is certain, and the rest is lies. The flower that once has blown forever dies.
We picked some dandelions ripe enough to have gone from gold to just so much fluff,
Reminding us when soft blown with a puff, that time will spread us to amid the Sweet is the breath of spring to Rose's face,
and thy sweet face adds charm to this fair place.
Today is sweet, but yesterday is sad, and sad all mention of its parted Why all the saints and sages who discussed of the two worlds so learnedly are thrust like foolish prophets for are scattered, and their mouths are stopped with dust.
The sages who have compassed sea and land, their secret to search out and understand.
My mind misguides me if they ever solve
The scheme on which this universe is planned.
Winds of saffron brush the plains, echoes ride through time's remains. A spark ignites in shadowed halls.
Myself, when young, did eagerly frequent doctor and saint, and heard great argument.
But evermore came out by the same door, as in I went.
A higher nest, a clearer view of the design.
A noble aim, like a bird from the wild.
Did you see? Its path. We can calculate.
I saw. It was beautiful, that is all.
But its meaning, where it came from.
I do not know.
But finding here no guide who knows the way.
Another cup of the Shiraz, my friend.
This vintage sings of the mountains.
Pour deep before the night ends.
Looking for a beginning? You won't find one. What goes round is all there is.
See how it fills the cup? It will fill your mind just the same. Why search for truth when oblivion tastes so sweet?
There is no grand design to find. So drink. To naught more we're bound.
$5 dirhams for the silk.
Too much, I'll give you 3.
Make way for the cart, move aside.
Move! Get out of the way! Watch out for the pottery.
Well, that was lucky.
Be wide aware when chance shines as your sun, for she in turn happens on everyone. Dame Fortune.
Life whispers, then it calls.
Layered threads of silk unwind, moments lost, moments entwined.
Rubaiyat life, spinning fast, pages turning, shadows cast, every string a fragile sound, breaking, mending, spinning around.
Every calculation brings us closer to the divine order, yet the greatest mysteries remain veiled.
With you, I have sown wisdom's seed.
My own hand has labored it to grow.
The dome is falling! Master! Look out! Run! Look out! The astrolabe!
The tapestry is tearing from the wall.
And this was all the harvest I reaped. I came like water, and like wind I go.
Seek the depths, the plots to know, finding naught but whispers from the waste.
What is the answer? What is the point?
Etern's great wheel either whirls its energy.
Transmuting.
The sun is a dagger in velvet skies. It cuts through dreams where love still lies. A garden of whispers blooms
Silence of the unanswerable. Relieved, but by embracing this audacity.
To live, to love, to cherish each moment. This
In realms beyond time, before Earth's first breath, lived Zarifa, a Persian fairy princess in celestial gardens. Her wings shimmered like captured starlight, and her heart held the wisdom of 1,000 moons. Witnessing a barren world below, cold and lifeless, her soul stirred with purpose. She would defy the cosmic order, risk everything for love of life itself. From 7 celestial realms, she gathered the sacred flowers of creation. First roses of eternal love, their petals holding the fire of passion that burns through all eternity. Then lotus of wisdom. Each bloom a library of cosmic knowledge, floating on pools of liquid moonlight. Cherry blossoms of fleeting beauty reminded all who saw them that life's most precious moments are also its most fragile. Through mist-shrouded valleys, she found orchids of mystery, flowers that bloomed only in shadows and whisper secrets to those brave enough to listen. In fields of golden light, sunflowers of joy turned their faces toward her, their laughter echoing across dimensions. Lavender of peace swayed in purple seas, each stem a prayer for harmony, and finally, jasmine of hope. Tiny white stars that promised dawn would always follow the darkest night. With trembling hands and a fearless heart, Zarifa descended to the barren world. As each mystical bloom touched the empty earth, magic erupted like symphonies of color. Rivers began to sing, mountains dressed themselves in emerald robes, and the very air learned to dance with perfume and possibility. Zarifa had not not merely planted flowers. She had awakened the soul of Earth itself, transforming it into a realm where beauty and wonder would reign eternal. And in that moment, she became not just a fairy princess, but the mother of all gardens, the first poet of petals, the guardian of every blooming dream.
Footprints linger on the shore, washed, erased and drawn once more. A violin hums in quiet weed, shallow sighs in caverns deep. A dance of bows, a waltz of time, notes that climb, notes that rhyme. We are dust.
Into this universe, and why not knowing, nor whence, like water willy-nilly flowing.
And out of it, as wind along the waste, I know not whither, willy-nilly blowing.
Is there anyone there? Please help me.
Hello? Where are you? Ah!
Yasmin.
Omar, thank the stars you came.
I heard you cry out.
I heard you cry out. Are you all right? My cart, the wind took it. Everything is lost.
Every thread a story, every color a world. It is all connected.
Yet in this vastness, a hidden beauty lies, a fleeting glimpse of grace.
You weave the stars. Why?
They say we are lost in them. I think we are bound by them.
Love's ancient echo across time's vast land binds two souls as dawn embraces night.
Master, the city gates will close soon.
A simoon wind is coming tonight.
My splendor rent asunder. And still, the point remains unsaid.
Only this moment is real. Perhaps true wisdom lies not in the words we write, but in the water we drink.
Then let us have this moment, Master. The wind can wait.
So we retreat from the coming doom.
We are fire, fleeting sparks of one desire. Rubaiyat life, spinning fast, pages turning, shadows cast. Every string a fragile sound, breaking, mending, spinning round.
What, without asking, hither hurried whence?
And without asking, whither hurried hence?
Another and another cup to drown the memory of this impertinence.
Hither unto this fair earth I was bred.
The cosmos, reflection not more ahead.
And henceforth my splendor rent asunder.
Yet to my ears the point remains unsaid.
I asked not, but became whither blowing.
My hither going veiled to my knowing.
Hence thither I must live on, wine glowing.
Absolved of worries so freely flowing.
Worries may not come true, and if they do,
Thus they would, and then in them shall be, remedy or pain or mix.
No contest, for we're wise to change's tricks.
And can expect sorrow and joy alike. But who
cares? They'll pass. We all go to bricks.
the night promises great warmth from a simoon.
So we fall back to the tent for the doom.
And then retreat, the city gates closed. Morn soon enough to return and resume.
Perry, the night promises great warmth from a simoom, so we fall back to the tent for the doom, and there retreat. The city gates closed. Morn soon enough to return and resume.
Omar, now we can go out.
In the evening, near the tavern door, an anxious man asks from the stubborn floor,
"What do fates and furies portend with sand?"
"Those are the grains of time, the roar."
Ah, she gleams, the lights of the night return, and the holy spires strain to reach the burn, but can never attain those stars of fire. Yet we glow of their dust, lighted in turn. Let us enter to converse and commune with many tales to unveil or subsume. But we'll remember our plans made from drink, especially those born of Persia fume.
Inside some clamor, bewildered, weary, what are the secrets of eternity?
She looks about. You unlock the unknown by living, we're all on its committee.
From whence doth your heavenly beauty shine?
She tells from time, dust, light, love, verse, and wine.
Ah, the Aleph, hence what brings on the end?
You tricky questioners, it's the same line.
Are you formed of fire like Omar Khayyam, descended from fallen angels, damned, exiled from paradise until repentance?
Well, if you're into penance, then I am.
Well, since you seem otherworldly and wise, we figured out that you must come from the skies.
My unbounded highs are as what flies, so I'm Ginny in varied human guise.
What heavenly sake serves our portions and pours our illuminating potions?
It's so long and slow, thus wasn't divine. Nature's scroll imprints our emotions.
Why must we turn to the deep grave of death, having become accustomed to life's breath? Expiry rends all composites. E'en the wheel will someday breathe its last breath. I, as all, must one day soft surrender, when the angel knocks to take me under. What will remain are my written quatrains, for all those who'll come to be to ponder. What are the ways to live, one wished to know? There's the sensual, the emotional, and the intellectual. However, living them blended makes for the best morale. Hindu goddesses aren't virgins thought of. Their healthy desires are free to rove. Enlightenment is sought and reached through the profound experience of sensual love.
Omar, they think you have many ladies, and they don't believe I'm fire from Hades. All because I just flat out told them so. They'd rather that one's tales must be shady.
My day fills with algebra for the Shah, and then the Devon bombast of the bazaar. But I catch a whiff of scented couscous, calling me to the forest of Chinar. On
Errands, I buy a rose bouquet for the next after dusk to give away. When the bulbul sweetly sings all night, where the jasmine and julep drink of May.
My sweetheart dear has to work all this day, selling pearled beads to earn her time to play. She says, bring a carafe, I'll drink your musk. From back behind, I bring forth her bouquet.
I love the light, and that we are the dark. Inside the light that makes our love to spark. Undisturbed by the day's bright noise, I'll sing, sensing your soft sweep across my heart's string.
Men and women can't live in isolation,
For like valleys that give rise to mountains,
one's nature makes necessary the other. When they're joined in love, there's wholeness again.
I love the light, and that we are the dark. Inside the light that makes our love to spark. Undisturbed by the day's bright noise, I'll sing, sensing your soft sweep across my heart's string.
A single thread the cello weaves, a whisper soft among the leaves. The violin sighs a quiet plea. The night leans in to hear the key. Each note a tear, each chord a dream. They shimmer, fall, and stitch the seam. Layers of the heart unravel. Echoes dance and slowly travel. Strings collide, they bloom, they shatter. In this storm of sound we scatter. The cello aches, the shadows call. The violin climbs, then starts to fall. A question floats, a breath unspoken. Up from Earth's center through the 7
triumphant gate I rose, and on the throne of Saturn sate. And many knots unraveled by the road, but not the master knot of human fate.
Discourses with a rich Persian carpet can only be shown by extending it, spreading the beauteous figures and shapes, inviting speech offerings into
Discourse, as with a rich Persian carpet, can only be shown by extending it, spreading the beauteous figures and shapes, inviting speech offerings into it.
Back to the tavern, its drinks calling, where the inquisitive sit, pondering.
One and another says we've some questions, for we've all been born here without asking.
The scroll writes itself, my wondering friends, having not any plan unto its ends, in this life borrowed from death that it lends. So we know not how the veil weaves and wends.
Life's object must be mental happiness, for thoughts are all we can think, feel, or sense. Aim for this euphoric state of well-being, for true paradise is a state of mind.
A diamond sparkles through its every face, each plane contributing a view of space. Such radiant richness does life reflect, for one facet does not a diamond make. Life must be more like a mosaic done than a focused laser tunnel of sun. Since few lengthy pleasures are lent to us, we build stained glass windows of small ones. Like the bright faces that define the jewel friends enrich each other's view of life's gem.
As love's reflection in life's diamond, there glints and gleams of reality sparkle.
Who can we blame for ourselves unmended, for our nature's ingredients blended?
You could invent Allah as the baker who disowns his recipe intended.
What's this wonderland? I'm baffled here. What sends me through the ages to my beer?
You've just said, death sifts the best from the rest, and overall you cannot not be here.
What my life's narrative that I hie through?
No matters it, for anyone will do.
What's left then and all common as the clue?
We're back to being experiencing a who.
Where am I going? Am I important?
You're going nowhere. Here is your life's plan.
In the mosque, they say God as if it's true.
Faith in their wishes is behind what they chant. Only a fool would blame his own creations for the taint therein, of his poor craftsmanship. So rejoice, there's no maker of man. These flaws provide for interesting character types. Of elements 4 and planet 7, you strain to divine those signs 11. Drink divine juice. I've long taught this lesson. When not, you're not. Not in hell nor heaven.
Bless your soul with tongues of fire, Holy Spirit burn. Leave no trace of man's desire, Holy Spirit turn.
O man, why detest thy constitution? Doth thou think nature has a lot to learn? Though ne'er can we know the ultimate named, from that fact something profound is still framed. It's that when one can't know, one must still live, and as such in that life cannot be blamed.
So nature got it wrong, the pious say, and man's constitution, erring its essay, granting so many ways to go astray.
Well then, who do they say penned this world's play?
What the meaning to this play were befit from dirt to dust within the script that's writ.
The wise in search have thrown themselves to waste. Experience alone is the benefit.
Throw not life to the breeze, draft this day known. For yesterday's winds have already blown, and future's currents have not yet stirred. Forget dead airs, now's breath is all you own. The circling orbs that in the night skies abound, do the minds of the learned ones confound. Dare not loosen the grasp of wisdom's thread, even the wise grow faint from the whirls around. All from stardust begins and ends in thee. The mighty wrecks of the elements are strewn across the universe, like chaff from the harvest, much of the cosmos still a vast wasteland. Since there's no lasting abode on this sphere, 'tis folly wine and love's a way to steer. O most boring belabourer of creeds, what matters those realms neither there nor here? How long shall we be flushed untying knots? What boots if fate long life or short allots? Pour out thy cup of life's wine, as will all become under the workshop earthen pots. If we're captives of a lifeless day, a wall around us, brick by brick, will weigh. Habited we'll stay, until one day bricks will be moulded from our dusty clay.
Throw not life to the breeze, draft this day known. For yesterday's winds have already blown, and future's currents have not yet stirred. Forget dead airs, now's breath is all you own.
The circling orbs that in the night skies abound, do the minds of the learned ones confound. Dare not loosen the grasp of wisdom's thread, even the wise grow faint from the worlds around.
All from stardust begins and ends in thee. The mighty wrecks of the elements are strewn across the universe like chaff from the harvest. Much of the cosmos still a vast wasteland.
Since there's no lasting abode on this sphere, 'tis folly wine and love's a way to steer.
Oh, most boring belabourer of creeds, what matters those realms, neither there nor here? How long shall we be flushed untying knots? What boots if fate long life or short allots? Pour out thy cup of life's wine as we'll all become under the workshop
hearts are broken. Trembling bows they cross and waver, pulling grief and pulling favor. Tides of sorrow, tides of fire.
There was a door to which I found no key. There was a veil past which I could not see. Some little talk a while of me and thee, and then no more of thee and me.
Your argument has a flaw, radiant as it is. The
epicycles do not account for it. Oh, but they must.
The cosmos is I. The IS is all. So where and what and who am I?
You are not just I. We are not separate. You are the dark stone.
Live one day without the one I love? Left unfound, in doubt, my only paramour.
My life has bottomed out.
Reality is not in separate actions, but in a twilight of blended events.
We were told God designed human nature, the angelic and the demented, all part of his grand, perfect recipe.
But the recipe soured.
Master, a question torments me. Why do calamities fall upon the just?
God tests the faithful with hardship. He rewards the devout with paradise. It is a father's way.
A father? Or a powerful ruler? Our sultan punishes his enemies mercilessly. Is God merely the greatest sultan?
The child projects the parent onto the skies. We needed an answer for our pain, so we created one.
These are distractions, boy. Empty thoughts.
The scrolls hold all the answers needed.
The scrolls were written by men. Men who needed comfort. Men who needed fear.
And so we built a fortress of myths, a wasteland where superstition thrives, emotion.
Some walls are not meant to be broken. Focus on your letters.
There was a door to which I found no key. There was a veil past which I could not see. Some little talk a while of me and thee there was, and then no more of thee and me. itself the seed of the other.
Yin reaches climax, then retreats in Yang's favor.
Cyclic movement of rotational symmetry. Rounded life is the blend of yin-yang together.
Opposites are just a different view of one fundamental phenomenon.
Light, beauty, and goodness are the inverse sides of darkness, ugliness, and evil.
Strive for a diet-entered balance of light and dark, yin and yang, and wrong and right. Reality is found not in separate actions, but in related events blended in twilight.
Would I, even for a day, live without
One I would love and leave unfound in doubt. A paramour, the love of my life. Then my standard of life has bottomed out.
burning low, then rising higher. Layers of the heart unravel. Echoes dance and slowly travel. Strings collide, they bloom, they shatter. In this storm of sound we scatter.
Heavens are silent. The earth does not answer. We are left with questions hidden by night and day.
Master, I came from the mosque. They speak of God, of eternity.
They speak of their own wishes, my boy. Faith is the chant, not truth.
But the cleric, he preaches with such certainty. He says my path is pre-written.
Where am I going? Am I important? The oldest questions a young heart can ask.
You are going nowhere. You are here. Like that plant, you grow and you wither.
So it is all for nothing? Our prayers? Our devotion? They claim we are special, chosen. But this stone tells an older story.
Yet your shadow dances where my heart complies.
Slow changes, of nature's unhurried pace, not of men made in a single moment.
They try to unlock eternity's door with prayer. They shout at a silent sky.
But I have found a different key. It unlocks the present moment.
Daylight burns, but I can't look away. Your ghost in the roses begs me to stay. Velvet shadows, they lead me astray, and I'm lost in the could not answer, nor the seas that mourn in flowing purple of their Lord forlorn, nor rolling heaven with all his signs revealed and hidden by the sleeve of night and morn.
Bless your soul with tongues of fire, Holy Spirit burn. Leave no trace of man's desire, Holy Spirit turn.
O man, why detest thy constitution? Doth thou think nature has a lot to learn?
Where am I going? Am I important? You're going nowhere. Here is your life's plant in the mosque. They say, God, as if it's true.
Faith in their wishes is behind what they chant.
The preachers claim, perhaps, as fact and truth,
Their ingrained beliefs the priests duly preach.
as if notions were truth and fact to teach.
O cleric, repent, at least say have faith. Yet of unknowns ne'er shown none can e'er reach. How long will they prate of eternity? Why proclaim as sure some uncertainty? 'Tis beyond the cape of man's ability to unlock every door, winds the key.
They try to undo evolution's pace of snails.
But the stratified fossils ever told the tales
Of no special humans at once unveiled, but of only natural selections, weathered sails.
God thought of, planned, designed, and implemented human nature, angelic to demented.
And in his recipes span those expressed unsurprisingly had to be reinvented.
Shirking responsibility, the blamer.
Cited humans as the culprits of his error,
And cast them out of Eden. To this day, this evil being God's own original sin.
they looked unto their calamities.
Their powerful rulers and enemies toward their olden family structures way of strict father and mother with no say.
The Christian creed of punishment and prize,
Dispensed by God all powerful and wise,
derives from family's formative embrace.
the child and parent writ across the skies.
The father notion they based on themselves
As the best answer that was ever delved.
The demanding male mind persist.
They extended the notion with more myths
and legends into lore, layer upon,
inventing all the scrolls of scripture on. God brought both fear and comfort in those days, making people better through fearsome ways. Although worse for some, the unchosen tribes, protecting their notions as taught by scribes. Philosophers in cushioned seats declare science unveils the truth with patient care. Religion makes begs and bigger questions. Evolution shows how we got somewhere. Life on earth is death's borrowed debit. We spend our coin on good fortune's credit. We're not his puppets, but free of the strings. Dispensing with angst, we're free to live Misfits performance is now over its tasks. The artists have taken off their masks. The illusion is fading, it couldn't last. The scenes behind are appearing fast. This ancient drama now completes its role. The players lift their masks with weary soul. The grand illusion fades like morning mist. Behind the scenery, truth's chapters scroll. Nature finds no requirement for a god. Growth naturally forming from the sod. The organic comes of the mud. conscious mind. For complex parts must first their places find. Think not of things preceding other things, but what's preceded form and law combined. Awake, for morning's crimson on the air has chased the stars from heaven everywhere. The universe unfolds with light anew, a canvas vast for me and you to share. From primal chaos, form and self did rise, a whisper breathed beneath eternal skies. We stand on earth, a tiny fleeting span, yet hold the cosmos in our questioning eyes. We retrace the path of creatures long since dust, a fossil sigh, a story we can trust. From single cell to this complex design, evolution's river flows through rust and lust.
The vibrant bloom from modern slime ascends, a fragile beauty that too swiftly ends.
Like Eden's whispered, primal verdant dream, life cycle ever boundless, softly sends new shoots from ancient roots where time transcends. In a heart of hallowed ancient stone, where prayers ascend and timeless truths are sown, we seek the answers to our spirit's plea, but find that truth on paths we walk alone.
This ruby nectar, more than mere delight, unlocks the senses, pierces through the night.
A fiery spirit, potent and profound, transforms the soul and brings the truth to light. From cosmic dust, a primal swirling grace, we emerge to find ourselves in time and space. The universe's breath, a stardust art, reflects our journey from life's earliest trace.
In tender solace of a parent's gaze, we learn of kinship through life's intricate maze.
The heart's deep bond, a woven tender thread, through sorrow's shadow, joy's bright sunbeam plays.
stars convene, while science whispers of a different sky.
The gilded mask, the curtain's soft embrace, conceal a truth, a fleeting airy space. But as illusion sheds its fragile guise, reality emerges with honest grace.
Let wine's deep metaphor ignite the soul, a holy fire making spirits whole. From dust to spirit, transformation's art, embracing now, beyond all past control.
Through barren lands where ancient fears reside, in superstition's desolate expanse we ride. The desert whispers of forgotten lore, where truth is lost and reason cast aside.
From ancient mud, the first forms softly rise, like potter's clay beneath the watchful skies. Evolution's hand, a patient shaping claim, whispering secrets from time's old disguise.
Oh, with what a subtle net gently heard.
In dramatic visual souls alight, as nature's canvas paints with day and night, the human spirit, vibrant, true and keen, embraces beauty, bathed in fading light.
And when myself with shining foot shall pass, among the guest stars scattered on the grass,
and in thy joyous errand reaching out for the new rose that on the grave will grow alive.
through holy fire the spirit finds its quest, a transformation, putting truth to test.
Our fleeting lives a spark in cosmic flow, leaving behind a legacy eternal.